a window into the life of an African-American family in North Philadelphia. Jonathan Olszewski's debut feature reminded me of another observational documentary about the Black American dream. I'm surely not the first person to draw a line between Quest and Hoop Dreams, Steve Jam's 1994 documentary epic about two aspiring African-American basketball players from Chicago, though the scope here is significantly smaller. While that film spanned 5 years and clocked in at almost 3 hours, Quest is compiled from 300 hours of footage, with Olszewski compressing 8 years of family life into an hour and 45 minutes. Olszewski is a visual artist as well as a filmmaker, and his relationship with the Rainey family began when he was teaching photography to adults in Philadelphia in 2006. A student put him in touch with a charismatic local rap producer, Christopher Rainey, and Olszewski began photographing him. However, he abandoned this after a year and a half, deciding that a documentary was a better way to capture the complexity of Rainey, his family and their community. The film opens with an intimate, no-frills wedding where we're introduced to Mr. and Mrs. Rainey. Christopher Quest Rainey, or Q, delivers newspapers to pay the bills while his wife, Christina Ma Rainey, works at a women's shelter and is always feeling like I'm somebody's mom. Other members of the Rainey household are daughter Patricia, aka PJ, just 8 years old when the film begins, William, 21, Ma's son from a previous relationship, and William's young son Isaiah. Though Olszewski does not appear in the film, his presence is felt behind the camera. His use of handheld sometimes gives the film a home movie quality. He moves judiciously between close-ups, which construct an almost familial sense of earned intimacy, and careful compositions that put the Raineys at a respectful distance. As she is transformed from child to teenager, PJ is frequently framed as an isolated figure, stroking her cat in silhouette slumped in a doctor's chair, her body folding into itself. There is a matter-of-factness to the way the Raineys discuss their problems, such as when Ma recounts the story of the blaze that left her with scarred arms, or cancer sufferer William's talk of his biohazard tattoo, chosen because during radiation therapy he felt like a waste of space. It's worth pointing out that Olszewski himself is white. At times, the director's gaze becomes legible, and in the film's weaker moments it's as though he sees his subjects as noble victims. Still, his attention to the tender details of daily life stops the film from descending into poverty porn. There are sweet moments, such as a red raincoated PJ perched on the back of Q's bike as he takes her to school. Another scene sees Ma combing and braiding her husband's hair as they discuss the merits of monogamy, and their memories of courting at the beginning of their 15-year relationship. It's a nice touch, too, that Olszewski captures this decidedly deep conversation in shallow focus. 30 minutes into the film and 5 years into the filming process, a family tragedy occurs. It's clear that neither the family nor the filmmakers could have anticipated this, and the movie struggles to shape its narrative around the event. It's revealing of his overall intentions that Olszewski treats it as a dramatic turning point instead of a climactic crisis. He seems more interested in showing who the Raineys are and what they care about rather than what happens to them. Olszewski bookends the film with 2 presidential campaigns, opening with a run-up to Obama's election in 2008 and closing with Donald Trump's empty appeal to African-American voters. "What do you have to lose? Give me a chance," says Trump's voice. "Out of shot, you don't know how we live," replies Ma to the TV. And yet the film seems less concerned with the big-picture politics of Obama-era America and more about the work the Raineys are doing within their own community. "We attend a neighborhood rally against gun violence. It's a horror story going on," says a North Philly resident in a passionate speech. "We spend time in Q's studio, which he talks about as a kind of sanctuary for young men who need somebody to talk to and look to him for courage, friendship, a sense of worth, a home. We walk with a preteen PJ to school as her father explains polling station overcrowding and voter suppression. They're always trying to find ways to frustrate you." Amplifying these voices is the film's definitive Quest. Watch the trailer for Quest.